Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers Virtual College Fair. We thank you for joining us tonight. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of multiple different sessions happening this evening, so please be sure to sign up for additional ones after this. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Carolinas. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter of the evening, Western Carolina University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jalen Montgomery, and I'm an Assistant Director for Transfer Admissions here at Western Carolina University. So a little bit about Western. We are located in Cullowhee, North Carolina, in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We are an hour west of Asheville. So with our size, we are a medium-sized school. So we have more than 12,000 students with a 17-to-1 student-faculty ratio. We also offer over 120 different majors and minors, as well as the average entering freshman GPA of a 3.9 and the average transfer GPA of a 3.0. We are also accredited, and we also hold 21 special program accreditations as well. So student life here at Western. So we offer over 170 student organizations with 50 plus club and intramural sports, as well as the past few years, we have been voted the Southeast #1 Outventured college. And so we hold that award with honor and appreciation, as well as we offer 20 plus Greek life fraternities and sororities. We also have 16 Division I athletics teams, as well as we are a part of the home to the Pride of the Mountains marching band, the biggest and the baddest band of the land. We are 500 members strong. So if you decide to come to Western, like I mentioned before, we do offer 120 degrees, including some minors and concentrations. We also have the colleges of Arts and Sciences, Education and Allied Professions, Fine and Performing Arts, Business, Engineering and Technology, and our Health and Human Sciences. We are also the UNC system's largest and longest running residential honors college, which we house more than 1,300 students. And when it comes to undergraduate research, we have been voted in the top 10 for every year for the number of projects accepted as well. So here at Western, we like to tell students to get involved and go ahead and start building your connections. You can do this by attending activities hosted by the Black Student Union or joining the Latino Appreciation Student Organizations, which both organizations are held in the Office of our Intercultural Affairs here at Western, or you can also get involved with our international programs and services. So a little bit about tuition here at Western. We are one of the 3 North Carolina Promises schools in the UNC system. For students who are in-state, your tuition will be $1,000, so $500 for both semesters. On top of your fees, room and meal plan, you will pay a little over $15,000. Out-of-state students, $5,000 for you, so $2,500 both semesters. On top of your fees, room and meal plan, you'll be paying a little over $19,000. So with distance learning, we have been voted number 7 nationally in their top 30 online colleges. So some of the programs we offer online includes birth to kindergarten education, business administration and law, criminal justice, emergency and disaster management, emergency medical care, engineering technology, entrepreneurship and nursing, RN to BSN. So some of these programs will require an additional application into your transfer application as well. So for per credit hour through the North Carolina Promise, in-state students who are interested would pay a little over $65, while out-of-state students will pay a little over $230 as well. So now for the admissions and applications information. So when you're transferring to Western, we just require that you have the minimum GPA of a 2.2. You are enrolled into at least 12 college credit hours, as well as we will need all of your official transcripts from the colleges or institutions you have either attended or enrolled in. As well as, so when it comes to transferring to Western, we get the question of, well, what credits will transfer? So on our website, transfercredits.wcu.edu, we do have a lookup tool. You can go through each state your institution is located in, as well as the institution itself, and you get to see which credits will transfer over to Western. Now, if there is a class not listed, don't worry, that class is still being evaluated for credit. So like I said, in order to apply, we will need your transfer application, the application fee. We also do offer waivers for the application, official transcripts as well from the colleges you have either attended or enrolled in. Also, if you have less than 24 earned college credit hours, or you're younger than 21, then we will need your official high school transcript and SAT scores. However, if you're over the age of 21 or you have more than 24 earned college credit hours, then you do not have to submit your high school transcript or your standardized test scores. So, a little bit about Western. So right now, these are our tentative dates for open house as well. So you can go online to openhouse.wcu.edu to get more information. We are offering tours now Monday through Friday at various times. So you can do either in person or a virtual tour, and you can find them at visit.wcu.edu. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact us at admiss@email.wcu.edu or at our office phone number. So thank you all.
Thank you. Next up, we are going to hear from Missouri Southern State University.
So, good afternoon. My name is Jason Stockbridge, and I am your admissions counselor here at Missouri Southern State University. Thank you for taking the time this afternoon to learn a little bit more about Missouri Southern. So first things first, on the left-hand side, if you would like to contact the Office of Admissions or myself, please do so at the information provided. And on the right, if you would like to, please go ahead and scan this QR code or copy this web address, and this will take you to our inquiry card. Please fill this out at the end of my presentation if you like everything presented. I will keep this up for a few more minutes so you can copy that QR code and that web address. Okay, so why should you pick Missouri Southern? The faculty to student ratio is 19-1. So you're going to have that undivided attention inside and outside the classroom. Also, small class sizes. At Missouri Southern, all classes have 30 students or less, and the student body represents 48 different countries and 42 different states. And also we have transfer scholarships. And the first one is Phi Theta Kappa. So if you're a member of that organization, all we need is your certificate saying so. And if you meet the requirements, you will qualify for that scholarship. And also we have Board of Governors Transfer Scholarship and the University Academic Transfer Scholarship. And both of these are stackable together. And if you meet the requirements, you will qualify for those scholarships. Also, we have competitive scholarships. So we have honors, foundations, and performance scholarships, and also athletics. At Missouri Southern, we're Division II. So whatever you get for athletics, you get for athletics. And whatever you get for academic, you get for academic. We don't split the two, you get both. Our city is perfect for college life. Mostos campus is located in the beautiful Ozark Mountains, right off of historical Route 66 near I-44. And Joplin is the 4th largest city in the state of Missouri, and we offer concerts, sporting events, and nightlife. Top programs and degrees that we offer right now are business administration, criminal justice, teacher education, and health professions and biology. MOSO has 140 different majors to choose from for certificates, associates and bachelor's degrees, and 6 master's degrees programs as well. So you're probably wondering what the admissions requirements are. So for a transfer student, all you have to have is a 2.0 cumulative college GPA and leave your previous and current university in good standing. And if you like everything presented so far, I would recommend applying today at mssu.edu/apply. Estimated tuition cost for 1 year at Missouri Southern with everything included, it's right at $21,900. It's not going to be more than that, but it's going to be way less than that because this does not include your scholarships. And also, this includes the most expensive meal plan and the most expensive dorm on campus. And we have 5 different meal plans to choose from and 5 dorms. We have 4 currently, and we're building a 5th one called Lion Village, and that should be online by the fall of 2021. So if there's a particular class or a particular dorm that you're looking at wanting to get into, I would recommend applying today and submitting your official college transcripts from all institutions that you have attended or enrolled in. And once you have done that and are admitted to Missouri Southern, then that starts the ball rolling for housing and financial aid. And how that works with financial aid is that we definitely look at work study, scholarships, and grants, and hopefully everything is covered under those 3. And then lastly, we look at loans. So Rory and I, yes, everything evolves around lions with us, so we're big about that. But Rory is our mascot, and we would like to ask you, are you ready to roar at MSSU? We hope you are. And if you would like to register for one of our signature events, join the Pride in the fall or Show Me Moso in the spring, or this summer, we have 4 signature events called Lion Pride Visit Days. And those are going to be on, those are going to be on April 24th, May 22nd, June 26th, and July 17th. And you can choose from 2 different sessions. One is going to be from 9 to 12:30, and then the other one is 1:30 to 5. And Chick-fil-A will be provided for lunch or dinner. And you can do that. You can register for those events at the website provided. And you will have the opportunity to meet with the president, the faculty, current students, and take a campus tour. Now, if you can't make those events, we understand, but we do offer campus tours. And due to the pandemic, we do have virtual and on-campus tours. And these are offered during the spring, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., and then on Fridays, 1 p.m. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me at my contact information below, and I will leave that in the chat box. But Rory and I are looking forward to seeing you on campus. And as always, go Lions. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Next up, we are going to hear from Drexel University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey Cavandal. I'm one of the assistant directors of undergraduate admissions at Drexel University. We are a comprehensive research university located right in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we are a very urban campus. But the location absolutely lends to a lot of experiential learning and really taking advantage of our location and all that students can do within the city, as well as the proximity to, New York City, DC, and, our Philadelphia International Airport, where students can, take off for study abroad. And, our international students can also come, right into the city from there as well. Experiential learning is really something that you're going to hear a lot throughout this presentation, this idea of learning by doing. We really believe in getting students out of the 4 walls of a traditional classroom setting and really getting to experience what it is that you're learning in the classroom and put it into practice. Okay, so just a little bit about the university. We have over 15,000 total undergraduate students. We have students coming from 46 states and 126 countries. So really a melting pot on campus of different cultures, different experiences, things like that. You're not just going to be sitting in class with somebody that you have been, in class with since you were in kindergarten. So you're going to have some really great discussions in class about, people coming from different walks of life and what their lived experience experiences are. We have a very strong alumni global network that we like to touch on for co-op opportunities, as well as potential job opportunities, and talks to students to let them know kind of what they're doing with a Drexel degree. We have over 80 undergraduate majors. So students can, major in a number of different areas. Our student to faculty ratio is about 11-1 with an average class size of 19 students. So when you see that number off to the side of that 15,000 undergraduates and see that, we have a pretty small student to faculty ratio. And what that means is you're going to be able to really get to know your faculty, and they're going to be able to get to know you. We like to keep our class sizes small so that, you're not just a number in a classroom. And we're able to do that because really at any given time, about half of our students are out on their cooperative education experience. So co-op is more involved than an internship. And again, this is one of the ways of experiential learning, of you getting out there and, learning by doing. So as I mentioned, with those 80 undergraduate majors, these are the schools and colleges that they fall into. When you complete the application, you can either complete the Common App or our own Drexel application located on our website. You will apply directly to the major that you are interested in, and you will be evaluated based on that major. It's important to do some research prior to applying, as some of our majors do have certain prerequisite requirements that you will have to take prior to applying, so that we can see that you will be successful within this program. Now, in addition to being evaluated for your major at the time of admission, we also evaluate students for merit aid. All transfer students are evaluated for merit-based scholarships, and you will know that, at the time of acceptance. And then also we offer Phi Theta Kappa scholarships. So that is something that you can be awarded as well if you're a Phi Theta Kappa member. So keep that in mind when you're applying to the university. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see that we offer combined and accelerated degree programs. Now, for transfer students, you wouldn't apply to this as you're applying to the university. This would be something that once you're admitted, you would talk with your academic advisor about to make sure that you're eligible for that and see how that works with your incoming transfer credits. So just keep that in mind, that you don't need to apply to that at the time of admission. Now, I mentioned co-op in a prior slide, but cooperative education experience is the opportunity for you to get between 6 and 18 months of work experience prior to even graduating. So a great opportunity to really build your resume and get some work experience and find out what it is that you're really interested in doing after you graduate. So co-op is generally something that is tied directly to your major. And again, it's a 6-month work experience. So during this time, you're not attending classes. You're really just immersing yourself into the job that you're doing during co-op. And that really is the cornerstone of a Drexel education. And that is, really why students attend Drexel, because it really gives you a leg up when you have this experience and can build this resume prior to even entering or prior to even graduating college, if you will. So learn more about co-op by visiting our website. There's so many great co-op experiences students have done, things like Comcast, SpaceX, small startups within the Philadelphia area. You can do co-ops globally as well. So, you're not just limited to the United States. So, many of those opportunities are there. Now, as I mentioned, Philly, we are located here. There are a lot of different things for you to get involved in and really make this large city and this large school feel like a small kind of community for yourself. And certainly last but not least, here is my contact information. There is much more to be learned about Drexel. And I absolutely recommend, if you are interested, to reach out to us and check out our website. We are offering, some virtual visits during this time, as well as on-campus visit days for admitted students. But thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Kelsey. Next up, we are going to hear from Averett University.
So good evening, guys. My name is Matthew. I'm here from Averett University. As always, as others said as well, we want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your evening to come learn a little bit about Averett. Let's get started here. All right, so first, who is Averett? So Averett, we're a small private school located here in Southern Virginia. We're in a suburban campus. What that means is we're actually surrounded by residential homes. We're right in the middle of a neighborhood, and because of that, Averett actually has 5 campuses total inside the city of Danville. Because how we're spread out amongst towns, we kind of have our fingers a little bit everywhere. So you'll see as you go throughout the city, you'll pretty much see everywhere, Averett a little bit everywhere. We have roughly about 1,000 undergraduate students here at the university. Roughly out of that 1,000, about 200 of those every year are going to be transfer students. So pretty even 50-50 split amongst male to female. One thing that we're very proud of here at Averett, to be such a small school, as you can see with the average class size between 10 and 12 students, is our student body. We have about 11% of our students come from international outside the United States. So whether those are students from Switzerland or Sweden here studying business, or whether it's students from Bahamas studying aviation, you're going to meet a lot of students from all over the world in a very small school setting. So where is Danville? As I mentioned before, we're in Southern Virginia. We have an intergenerated river district, what we mean by that is Danville is divided in half by a river. So you have a pretty vibrant downtown area right there on the river. So whether it's arts and culture or restaurants, whatever you might be looking for, that is right down the street from our university. We actually also have a separate campus in our river district. So if you're interested in our graduate school after transferring, or even interested in transferring into nursing, that's where School of Nursing is. The one thing that's unique about our city is being such a small southern city, we have a strong service-based mentality. It comes from our kind of Christian heritage. But what we mean by that, you'll meet a lot of students here at the university, as well as a lot of people here in the community who we just give back to everyone. So that's going to be kind of your student experience here at Averett as well. So transfer to Averett, let's get into it. So super simple. We try to make this process as easy as possible. So what we mean by that, free application, we feel no need to make money off you applying to college. So we did away with our application fee probably about 10 years ago and haven't asked for it since. What we're looking for an average incoming transfer GPA of around 3.2. We have to have at least 12 transferable credit hours. So even if you've attempted more, you might still be considered a freshman if at least 12 of those aren't transferable. We do not require writing sample or letter of recommendation for transfer applications. Trust me, I've never read a bad letter of recommendation. So we kind of did away with those as well. Just again, to kind of take you down those barriers. Now I'm gonna leave this page up real quick so you can kind of see, obviously majors and minors are always located on websites. But I kind of want to use this moment to take some time to talk about where our most popular majors are. So at a small liberal arts school, we want you to be well-read, we want you to be a critical thinker, but most students who come to Averett aren't studying philosophy. They're not studying religion. They're not studying some of those traditional liberal arts classes. So our most popular major here at Averett is actually bio pre-med. Our pre-med program here actually has guaranteed admissions to med school at Clemson, Auburn, or Tech. And so students kind of have some options there. We have a lot of students from all over the world, again, who come here to study physical education. A lot of that have to do with pre-athletic training, physical therapy, sports medicine, and just because of our connections within professional sports. That's why it's one of our signature programs. Again, some very unique majors you'll see for us. We're one of only 2 schools in the state that still has an equestrian major that still has a 100% job placement rate. And we also train commercial pilots here. That's a big one for us. We have students from all over the world, again, who come here to learn to fly, to go into airlines and kind of take advantage of some of those cadet programs that we have here. So student life, we have a unique approach to student life where we don't allow students to kind of get left behind. So we have as corny as it may sound, a be apart from the start type of mentality here from our student engagement team. So whether you like to sit in your dorm or not, you're going to be kind of mentored from the get-go. That way you're always kind of almost like a big brother, big sister type program here. So we want to make sure that you're engaged as part of your student experience. As I mentioned before, the service-based mentality that we have here in the community spills over into the university. So we have what's called the CCECC, which is the Center for Community Engagement and Career Competitiveness. Now they're going to go beyond like your normal internship placements and job placements like that. They handle all the service learning, all of the community outreach that happens amongst while your time here at Averett. To give you an example, they actually championed the first volunteer university-run vaccine clinic here in the state of Virginia. that our governor actually picked up wind of, and we actually received a little press for. But just something that we do here in the community, like we're constantly looking at how we can give back to others. Now, to be such a small school, we take great pride in athletics. So you're going to see a pretty vibrant athletic program here. If that's something that interests you, transfers are eligible to play sports here. Again, it's just part of the recruiting process. If that's something that interests you, like I said, just let us know. Now, with financial aid, just briefly about this, because again, it's something that's unique to every student, but you're going to see a scholarship to every single student who's offered admissions to the university. That's something we're fortunate enough here to do. So your transfer scholarships are going to range from anywhere from $16,000 a year down to $12,000 a year. That's not financial aid. That's literally just a scholarship based on your hard work. As others have mentioned, we offer a PTK scholarship as well. Ours is $2,000 per year. So you're going to see for a private school, someone like Averett can be very affordable as you're working through the financial aid process. I encourage you, if you guys are looking at private schools, whether in-state or out-of-state, just be willing to work through financial aid, because you're probably going to be pleasantly surprised as you start working through those programs. So that's kind of wrap it up for us here at Averett. Again, we are open actually 6 days a week for tour. We have virtual tours. We're doing in-person events as well. So if that's something that interests you, we'd love to chat with you a little bit more. Again, if it's something that interests you as far as transferring, you want to get a evaluation of credits. We know as far as transfer students, the most important things are how long it's going to take me and what transfers. Just let us know. We're happy to write those up for you. So anyways, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening.
Thanks, Matthew. Next up, we are going to hear from Emory and Henry College.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. So much like our neighbors down at Averett, Emory and Henry College is located down in the southern portion of Virginia. We are down in the southwest corner, just about 30 minutes from the Tennessee and North Carolina borders. We are a smaller school, only a little over 950 undergraduate students. Student to faculty ratio is only 10-1, but we do offer over 80 different academic majors, minors, and programs to choose from, and over 70 different student organizations, including athletics, as well as some local sorority and fraternity life. Emory and Henry is also the most award-winning faculty among all Virginia colleges, even placed up against some of the bigger schools. We do also offer opportunities for students to get involved in class projects, research projects, civic engagement, study abroad, as well as work experience and internships. This is a very small selection of the things that we offer at Emory and Henry. As you can see, we do have several highlighted there in gold, and those are our most popular programs. However, we have also just added our School of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing program, and we do offer several different graduate level programs, both on our main campus, as well as at our School of Health Sciences, which is up in Marion. This includes things like our clinical mental health counseling, RN to BSN, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and just a little bit of everything up at that School of Health Sciences. We do also offer an equine studies degree as well as competitive riding teams, and we are 21-time national champions with that equestrian center. So if equestrian is something you're interested in, please don't hesitate to give us a look, because we're sure that you'll be pleasantly surprised. Emory and Henry is also a campus that has been recognized for equity and inclusion as through our efforts of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, as well as through our Inclusion and Dialogue Center. And these two both work together to make sure that every student on campus has a voice that is heard and feels welcome and comfortable on campus. Another unique thing about Emory and Henry is that we are the only college in the entire United States that offers a semester at trail program. And this allows students to come to Emory and Henry, whether as an Emory and Henry student or as a transfer in for just a semester, to take that semester, hike a portion or all of the Appalachian Trail, and actually receive credit for doing so. We also have a robust outdoor program and adventure team, so if the great outdoors is something you're interested in, don't hesitate to give us a look. We're sure that you'll enjoy what we have to offer. A lot of students want to know, okay, once I get that education, what can I do with it? And our Van Vlissingen Center for Career and Professional Development has worked with all of our students to help them get amazing internships and jobs once they graduate. And this, what you can see on your screen, is just a very small selection of where students have been placed in the past. As you can see, this includes places like AT&T, the CDC, the United Nations, and even more. So the application process for Emory and Henry is very simple. It is a free application either on our website or through the Common App. And the only thing that we are going to need from you is the actual application, as well as official transcripts from all of your previously attended institutions. Whether that is where you graduate from or just where you've taken a couple of classes, we will need all of those official transcripts. Every student who is admitted to Emory and Henry does receive that academic merit scholarship. And as you can see, those range from anywhere from $10,000 all the way up to $23,000 for every year of undergraduate that you're at Emory and Henry. We also offer performance and affinity scholarships in things like art, honors, STEM, and pre-health. And then we do offer other grants, both through the college, the state, as well as federal. We also have our LIFT scholarship program, so any student that is determined to be Pell eligible based on your FAFSA, that LIFT scholarship helps make up the difference between what Emory and Henry would otherwise ask you to pay and what the FAFSA says that your family can actually afford. As our friend at Averett has said, private colleges can be just as affordable as our public friends, so go ahead and give us a try, give it a look. And once you get into all of that financial aid information, once you start stacking all of the scholarships and grants that we offer, you'll come to see that it can be equally as affordable. If there are any questions regarding the admissions process, requirements, anything else that we can offer you at Emory and Henry, our contact information is listed there on the screen. We are open for visits Monday through Friday at 10 and 2. So if you want to come walk around our campus and just kind of explore what Emory and Henry can offer, please don't hesitate to come visit us, reach out, and we're more than happy to get to know you. Thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you. And last but not least, we are going to hear from Ohio University.
Hi guys, I'm Angie Lyons, your Ohio Regional Rep. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm a regional person here to help you. I'm going to share my screen real quickly and we'll begin our presentation.
I chose to transfer to Ohio University because I felt like this place and the people here is where I could excel academically, socially, and in my personal life.
Ohio University does a phenomenal job of basically saying, you know, look, you're a transfer student, so let's figure out your best path. Let's figure out how we can make you successful.
The admissions department especially made it an easy transition for me. They gave me a checklist of everything that I needed to do before coming here.
I had transcripts from 5 different schools at that point. Transferring my stuff here, transferring my hours here was a lot simpler than I thought it would be.
I transferred from a community college in Ohio, and so what that basically means is that everything transferred and it was incredibly painless.
My advisors have spent a lot of extra time with me, making sure that I can get everything done in 4 years.
Yeah, even though I transferred midway through my freshman year, I'm still on track to graduate in May.
Something that I was worried about when I first transferred was how are you going to fit socially? How am I going to really see myself and find myself, and also find people like me, find people that want to be my friends.
I lived in a residence hall, and living in a residence hall was a really great way for me to adapt socially to this environment.
Enjoyed something where you could really try to find yourself, find where you belong, and find that group of people that you belong to.
After a while, I began to get involved with the veterans community here on campus, and that really opened up a new avenue for me to really grow.
Transferring here was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made. I chose to transfer.
Hi again, I'm Angie Lyons. Ohio University is a place that fits your educational needs, whether you're transferring for our classic residential college experience or you're completing your degree online. We're based in the beautiful city of Athens, Ohio, which has been voted Best College Small Town by USA Today and 10 Best. We're ranked the top 100 arts communities in America and the top 100 public universities. We have 11 campuses throughout Ohio. There's so much to do in Ohio, and people always ask me, what can you do in Northeast Ohio? You can do a lot, especially if you love the outdoors and you want to just have some adventures. We are actually about 6 hours from Asheville, North Carolina, 5 hours from Charlotte, and about 6.5 hours from Raleigh. So it's not a bad drive to the campus. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. At our school, our students are involved. We have over 600 different clubs and organizations. If by chance there is something that we don't have, which I doubt, you are able to create your own with another student. But at Ohio University, you'll find your people. We are a Division I sports team, so we have men and women's sports, but we also have club and intramural sports for those of us who enjoy a sport but do not want to play at the D1 level. Academically in the classroom, we offer 250 academic programs, everything from accounting to zoology. So there's a lot to afford you if you decide to transfer to Ohio University. We are strong on undergraduate research. If you guys want to be involved, there's opportunity for you to do some really heavy undergraduate research that will get you on your way to medical school if that's your pathway. We've always had a very small class size. We have currently 30 students per class with a student to teacher ratio of 16:1. 90% of our courses are taught by faculty and at university administrators with real world experience. They are people who want to be there, who want to teach you and help you. Let's talk about the transfer process for you. It is a holistic process, meaning that we look at your transcript, but we also look what you've done outside. Some of you guys may have gap years, so we look at that kind of stuff. So it's a holistic approach. We need at least a 2.0 GPA. If you have less than 12 quarter semester hours, you are considered a transfer, but you also need to provide your high school transcript. We have 11 different bachelor's programs online, and I'll talk about that as well. The process, as I mentioned, is holistic and very simple. We're on the Common App as well as our online application. We offer a fee waiver. There's a code in this presentation that's Ohio NTW that you can use. All we need is your official college transcripts from any school that you attended, and high school if you have under 12 credit hours. The e-campus experience, these are 11 different bachelor's programs that we offer. They're fully online, so you can become a Bobcat in the comfort of your home if you like. So that is something to think about. We do have a wonderful e-campus program with RN to BSN being a very popular one in addition to that. Transfer your credits. A lot of students say, will all of my credits transfer? Yes, if you got a C- or better, in some cases of Ds, we will most definitely accept your credits. We use Transferology, which is an online free tool you can use, but you can also reach out to me and I can make sure that we can do a transfer audit for you so you have an understanding of what will transfer over. If you come with an associate's degree, most definitely all of your credits will transfer. That's not a problem at all. And we are a military-friendly institution. So we recognize any work and credit you've earned for your time in the military. Thank you for your service. We most definitely will give you credit for that. The transfer timeline, if you apply by June 15, you are eligible for the fall, this upcoming fall or any fall season. We only ask that by May 15th, you apply so you can be eligible for for merit-based scholarships. That's important. Out-of-state tuition, if you look at it, is about $33,000, but we do have merit-based scholarships. It looks like I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go straight to my contact information, you guys. Not my chat. I am Angie Lyons. I'll put my information in the chat for you, but I would love to talk to you if you're interested in transferring to Ohio University. Thank you.
Thanks, Angie. And now that we've heard from everyone, I'm going to invite all 6 of our panelists to join me, and they're going to answer a question for everyone watching. And that question is, what advice would you give someone going through the transfer process? So if you guys want to each just answer in the order in which you presented for a minute or so, and then pass it off before we finish out for the evening.
I would just say a piece of advice would be to definitely know and understand that we are here to help you all. So whatever questions you have, you're more than welcome to contact us. Even if you're not sure if it's the right question, still ask anyway. That way we're more than welcome to help you get you situated and help you do the transferring process.
I would definitely jump on that. Definitely reach out to us, ask us questions, but most importantly, visit campuses. Go to every campus that is near you or far away from you. Visit as many as possible to give yourself a chance to see which one's going to be home, which one's going to be your second home away from home. So that's the most important thing. If you don't feel at home where you're going to school, you're most than likely going to transfer again. So I don't want to put that spoiler out there, but find a place where you're going to feel at home at. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, so I would say, if you're going you're going the community college route to a four-year institution, take the time to talk to the four-year institutions that you're looking to transfer to and kind of plan for that so that you know what prerequisite courses may be there for you or what general education courses you can take, at a lower cost in a lot of areas so that you can kind of save some money and get those credits at a community college. Otherwise, I would also just say, do some research. Most schools have very robust websites that has some great information about their majors specifically. And, the research focuses on their faculty as well as, what students are doing within their degrees and things like that. So take some time to really delve deeper into the school's websites.
So yeah, I'm going to echo everything that everyone else said. Obviously, as a transfer counselor, those are all great tidbits of information. But I'm going to add one piece as far as socially. I actually transferred 3 times. I was a Division I athlete and bounced around from school to school. So I would say my biggest piece of advice for you is you're going to feel like an outsider. It's going to be what it feels like at first. But that being said, you have to be willing to put yourself out there and maybe step out of your comfort zone a touch. And you're going to find other transfer students. You're going to find other social circles. At first, it's going to feel weird, trust me. But my biggest piece of advice would be to put yourself out there. As cliche as it sounds, as a transfer student, you really got to. You really got to.
And I'm actually going to feed off of Matthew because I was also a transfer student who transferred twice before ending up at Emory and Henry and finally finding my home. In addition to don't be afraid to put yourself out there, as soon as you're accepted to an institution, start putting yourself out there. Don't wait until you get on campus. If they have social media groups to get involved in, if they do online events or in-person events, start putting yourself out there even before you step foot on campus for the first semester. Get involved, start to get to know your incoming classmates, because that is one of the best ways to find your family. Waiting till you get on campus, it can work, but getting involved that little bit sooner makes it so much easier to find a group of people that you're going to hang out with, get involved with, and just start to create that college family.
The great thing about being last is that I can say I agree with everyone. They have wonderful ideas. So I love that because it makes me look like I know everything. And I don't, but I do understand that there are various reasons to why we transfer. I was also a transfer student. So just make sure that you understand why you are transferring, and the next place that you land, the final place is home. So make sure you have the list of the things that you want and desire and need from your institution, and have a good time with this journey. That's my advice.
Thank you all for sharing that advice. And thank you so much for everyone for joining us tonight. When you close out of this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This was just one of multiple different sessions being hosted tonight, so please be sure to sign up for additional ones. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording at strivescan.com/Carolinas. Thank you so much to our panelists, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.